So folks, whilst I wait for my coffee to cool down a bit, let's get some light on here. I thought I'd give a quick desktop, so to speak, review of the Preon Mark 1 by foursevens lights, if that ever wants to focus. Yes, received this in the post today. Always been interested in the foursevens lights. This is actually my second flashlight from foursevens. Build quality is always very good in my experience, from what I've seen from other people's. I kind of held off on the first version of the Preon, especially the twisty version, which basically, as an outdoors person, it's not actually waterproof. It doesn't have the IPX68 rating that the Mark III does now have. Furthermore, it is a clicky, which I always like, and it's always good to have a couple of AAA or AA lights lying around due to battery availability. So let's have a look at all the good stuff. So we have brightness levels, 4 brightness levels, 100 lumens on burst mode, 60 on high, and then you have medium, which is 15 lumens, and low, which is 1 lumen. Run times: an hour on burst mode. Burst mode actually ramps down from 100 to 60, so basically goes from burst high to normal high after 30 seconds to save battery and preserve the LED. So yes, so that's burst for an hour, and then high for an hour and a half. So that's high on 60 basically for an hour and a half. Runtime on medium, so that's the 15 lumens, is 5 hours, and then you've got 45-hour runtime on low with 1 lumen. So yes, as you can see, it's battery type AAA. It does come supplied with a rechargeable, surprisingly, AAA battery of very good quality, and they do recommend using them because it's safer and you get better run times basically. Now the emitter, Nikia 219C, emitter CCT 5000K, CRI 90+, so good color rendition. And there we go, submersion IP68 1 meter. I need that as standard for my outdoorsy lights, or my EDC lights even. Not necessarily for my EDC lights, but with a leaning towards the outdoorsy, I need that waterproof element. Impact resistant as standard to 1 meter. Features beacon, strobe, special modes. This is the Preon P1 Mark III with the satin nickel finish. Ooh. So let's go and open packaged like so. This is an unboxing. I have actually opened this earlier on today. Obviously I'm a big flashlight nerd, so couldn't contain my excitement. It is supplied with spare O-rings and a full set of instructions, and there we go. That's the form factor. How nice is that? Really liking that satin finish, real cool. I've already installed the battery. It does come with a plastic tab over the battery, which you have to open the battery compartment, remove the plastic tab before you can use it. But then we've got the really nice clicky, and it does have a really nice feel to it. It takes quite a lot of force to push it down. I'm not sure if this will soften up over time, probably. So it has various modes which you can actually set before you fully click, so you find the lighting mode that you want, including strobe, and then we have SOS, and then you have the beacon mode, which flashes every few seconds. And then once you've found the mode you want, you simply push it in fully, and there we have it. And then off. It does have memory, so After 5 seconds you switch it back on again, it will be in the same mode. So the low mode, 1 lumen, 45-hour runtime, perfect for sort of up close work, nice colour rendition, nice colour rendering. Then we have medium mode, there, 4-hour runtime, 15 lumens. That's kind of good enough for walking around slowly through a woodlands, picking your way. But 4 hours light at this level, that's nice. It's a good level of light. I really like the medium level. Next we have the high, which is the 100 lumens, which ramps down to 60 lumens after 30 seconds. And then the next mode is, as I said, the strobe, followed by the SOS, followed by the beacon. So hopefully you can see there, configurations: number 1 high and burst, number 2 max and strobe, 3 medium high and burst, 4 low medium high and burst, 5 high medium low burst, and then 6, which is the mode I'm in now, is low medium high, strobe, SOS, beacon and burst. And there we have the low moonlight, 1 lumen, etc, etc, and an explanation as to the burst mode. So this is just a quick side-by-side comparison with my Motion Eon Mark III. Not too dissimilar in colour, the satin finish and the desert tan finish on the Aeon. Obviously, as a flashaholic, I'm always looking for the ultimate flashlight, and I think for me the Aeon nails it more than the Preon, but you know, huge price difference obviously. Functional, yes, but I just like the form of the Aeon slightly more, and the fact it uses lithium batteries, CR2 batteries, just a preferable power base for me, plus the 100, the full mode on the Eon absolutely blows the Preon out of the water. But I can see them having a very similar scope of use, apart from obviously the signal and strobe modes in the Preon. I wouldn't want to rely on, as a defensive tool, the strobe on the Preon. In my opinion, it's just not strong enough, unless we're dealing with people who are in the pitch darkness perhaps. So not much use on that side. Neat feature though, I do like the SOS function. I suppose that a push that could be useful. And the beacon mode, certainly I could see applications for example, leaving it in your tent whilst you venture away from it in the night, so you can always find your way back, equally to other equipment, etc. I will say that, you know, for relatively little money, this is an excellent quality of flashlight. Fit and finish is excellent. For an AA light, it's outstanding. Honestly, I don't think you can really go wrong with one of these. As far as I know, they're long lasting. Nice clip on there as well, which won't rip your trouser pocket to shreds. Some may not like the protruding clicky, but to fully catch, it does take quite a lot of pressing. So I don't think it's likely to be accidentally activated in your pocket. So there we have it on high. So, you know, easily take you through a woodlands at night, pick your way through pretty dense vegetation with this level of light. Obviously in high mode you only have an hour, 1.2 hours of light, but you know, if you go down to the 15 lumen mode, which will last for 4 hours, that equally is enough light to navigate once your eyes have become accustomed to the darkness, but you will have to take your time slightly more. That's the strobe and the SOS, which starts off, it's a burst mode SOS, so it goes full brightness for 30 seconds, ramps down to 60 lumens after 30 seconds. But still, interesting little feature for an EDC light of this size. I like the memory mode, the fact it comes back on in whichever the last mode you used. That's a great feature, which the actually the Eon doesn't have, which the Eon always starts off in low, medium, high mode. So just an interesting little user interface, I suppose, in a very cool form factor. There is also a black version and obviously a full brass version, but since they use aero grade aluminium, which is extremely tough and light, and I've never had an issue with a torch made from it before. So overall, is this the perfect EDC light? Not quite. One negative, there are quite a lot of not defects, what's the word, right, infractions, no, that's not the right word either. Basically mistakes in the beam pattern, pointing it against the wall. There is a technical term for it which just eludes me at the moment, but generally you won't really notice it in actual use. You won't notice it at all. That's just me being very picky, now that I've been spoilt by the perfect beam patterns provided by the Preon lights. You know, that's a high standard which I sort of hold other lights up to nowadays. If you like this video, please stay tuned. I'm doing another flashlight video shortly, which will be a massive, huge sort of back catalogue review of all my lights as a fiendish flashaholic. Okay, so this is All Outdoor One signing out for now. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please be sure to check out my other channel, Alpha Bushcraft, and check out my website, alphabushcraft.com. Lots of goodies to be had there, unfortunately not including the Preon. So appreciate your support. Signing out for now. Take care. I think that's the right temperature.